Hey y'all. It's me. I'm probably red as a pickled beet. Um, I've been taking care of my critters in the back, changing their water and all that sort of thing. But I've got to go over here. I forgot to water some plants that need to be set out in the morning, or should have been set out this morning, but I didn't get it done. And then Hugh had some running in town that he had to do. We've only been back for about an hour, and I put the groceries away. But I had a happy thing happen. I don't know if y'all have Ingles where you live. Some of you here in the South will. But they have their fuel points. And Tuesdays is their triple fuel points. And that's something I usually forget. Today I forgot to. But anyway, I happened to look up on it being Triple Tuesday, so I got my grocery fuel points tripled. So yay, that was happy. But I just need to run out here really quick and water these plants, and then I'm going to wait until later this evening to come out here and set them out. But I think my little hose is already down here. Look how pretty these broccolis are, that nobody really likes them. So anyway, I won't grow these again, but I need to check and see if the leaves are edible. Hugh loves like gilt lettuce type things. He loves collard greens. So if the broccoli leaves are edible, we could at least take advantage of that. So let me run over here. But it was, it was worth a try. I didn't take up much garden space, and they are, there was two different types, I've told you that, two different types of plants, and I've got you way up close again. Oops, I'm going the wrong direction. No, wow, I'm really going the wrong direction. Oh gracious, a camera in the hands of the wrong person can be dangerous. All right, let me show you what I have done. As soon as I go find the end of my hose. And yeah, they're really wilted down. You can see that. Shame on you, Patty. So I've got all my little okras set out here. And I think that we've talked since then. And then several of you girls told me these were alyssum. And I remembered that after you said that. I remembered the word, but I had forgotten. Lettuce, I've showed you all this. I haven't shown you some of the new things. Up there is pepper. The peppers are looking kind of yellow, so I think they might need a little bit of fertilizer. Down there at the end of the sunflowers, more lettuce, or not lettuce, peppers. And then this little bed here is where I'm going to put all those runners up there. And yeah, no, they wouldn't work just being put together, but I'm going to just put them in this bed about 3 feet apart, and then I'll run their little vines over that direction where the garden has not been plowed for a second time. And I think that will work just fine. But let me run up here and water these guys and promise them that I'm coming back in a little while. You can see how dry it is. Look at this. The earth is just cracking. But Hugh brought me a little pile of compost or mulch a little while ago, and I'm going to come out here this evening, water at least my peppers and tomatoes again, and then I will put that compost around the bottom, and that should help keep them a little bit warmer. And that compost is from last year, from a tree service that brought us some tree cuttings last year. So yeah, let's just give these guys a really, really, really quick little drenching, and promise them I'll be back in a little while. All right. So yeah, wasn't a very good plant mama today. I thought I'd be out here this morning first thing And life got in the way and my memory failed. I forgot they were out here waiting on me. So one of these days I'm going to start writing things down on the calendar, tomorrow's chore list, so that I won't forget to get it done. But anyway, for the ground that we have going on here, and how heavy and difficult the clay dirt is to work with, I think everything's doing okay. It's certainly not doing as well as I would like to see it, but all of that will be changing as we have the opportunity to make things change up a bit with our different styles of gardening and whatnot. And y'all need to watch Erin's videos this week, because there's one coming up. We have 2 new guests that have moved to the mountain farm, and they are absolutely precious and adorable. They must be asleep right now because I don't hear them, but they are 5-month-old little baby goats, little females. One's name is Lily and one's name is Rose, and you'll have to watch his video to see them this week at some point, because honestly it is so hot out here and I'm already exhausted this day, and I'm not going to climb that mountain over there to take you up there. I will tomorrow if he hasn't shown you. Well, I will within the next couple days if he hasn't shown you. But I will walk across the road and show you what Hugh's doing. We have been in the process all winter of looking, or he's been in the process of looking for used hay equipment, and he wanted hay balers that are smaller, or a baler that would bale a smaller bit of hay, about a 500-pound bale. Most of the balers now are intended to be used with larger tractors, and the bales are about 1,000 pounds. Well, that's really a struggle for any of the tractors on this farm to deal with. And so he's had his heart set on finding a small baler, and he finally found one in Tennessee, and he and Aiden and Erin went after it last week. And so he's cut this small field of hay, and he's just working on getting it up and running. But you can see how cute and little that bale of hay is. That's just cute. And the nice thing about the smaller bales also, you can hear them. Let me see if we can see them if we walk over here. Their little throats are sore because even though they're 5 months old, this is the first time they've ever been away from their mama. And that just kind of breaks my heart, y'all. They are not happy. I'm glad it's all right. You can see little Rose. Let me zoom you in. Oops. She's up there on the porch looking out at us. How cute. Hey, baby. Actually, I think that's the one they named Lily. And I don't see Rose. She doesn't have as much white on her. But they're pitiful. When they first get taken off their mamas, I don't know if they were still nursing, but anyway, they'll zero in a little bit. We've all been spending a lot of time up there with them. I went up and sat with them for about a half an hour this morning, and Erin and Corey have both been up there a couple times today. So looks like Pops is adjusting. He's just getting to learn this machine, so it'll take him a bit. But that little field turns off a pretty good batch of hay. And that's really all we'll use that field for, simply because moving cattle back and forth across this road is not the same as it was years and years ago when there was so little traffic and it was gravel road, so people didn't tend to drive as fast as they do now. So it's better just to keep the cattle over here and use that for hay a couple of times a year. And so let me tell you some other things that are going on. So the gorge. We've talked about that gorge, and it is such an eyesore, bless. Drives me nuts. But we've decided that we're going to go ahead and put one 20-foot piece of tile right there where the two little gullies come together. Right there at the end of that, we'll start that 20-foot piece of tile, and then the first greenhouse will come over here on this side. And yes, the ground will have to be leveled, so they'll have to dig down a little bit with whatever tool they use, and the extra dirt will fill up the gully on either side of the tile. And that's probably what we'll do as time goes forward. If we need more greenhouses, we'll just, get another piece of tile, and eventually, hopefully over the next 5 years or so, we'll have that little gully completely tiled and a row of greenhouses over here on this side, where they really won't block anything. They won't be high enough to shade anything that we will need to not have shade on, and that will be incredibly important. And over here you can see where Aaron and Corey did a huge number on all of this over here, cleaning it up and taking most everything away. There's still a few little miscellaneous pieces that they'll put away, but somewhere right there, Aaron set this up so that he would have it to work under, put his equipment under, and he won't have to take it in and out in case of inclement weather. But he'll set up his saws, and then the little retail porch will be built. I think that it's beginning to take shape more like a little log cabin type structure. Aaron's wanting an opportunity to practice with the log cabin idea, because that's what he plans to build for Corey and himself to live in. So that will be wonderful. If you want some more information on that, I think the video he did today at the Best Mountain Farm was about his ideas about replacing the structure up there with a new log house that he and Corey will build. And he's talking about dismantling that one in such a way that he can reconstruct it somewhere else on the property. So that will be a lovely idea. And then Hugh's beans and everything is really taken off. The corn did not germinate, but our corn seed was pretty old. So tomorrow, I think Hugh and I are going to make a quick run to Waynesville to our little local feed and seed and pick up some corn. We usually get like the Golden Queen and the Silver Queen, and we mix them. And it's a nice corn, sweet corn to put in the freezer. And that's just kind of traditional with his family. They've always done that for us. We've been married almost 43 years, and that's all I ever remember. Look what we've got. We've got a bed full of kitties. Kitties everywhere. They're taking their afternoon siesta. Hey, babies. Such sweet ones. And those little goats. Oh, over here's another one. Do you hear that, baby? They're really so very, very, very pathetic. I just, it breaks my heart for them, but I know that I probably got dirt now all over my face. That's part of the process, and it's very, very sad. But I have some very exciting news, so I'm going to take you all through the dog horde. Let me show you the dog horde. Of course, doggies everywhere. And this one is my stinky one. Say hi, Kai. Say hi, Kai. And Mimi. This one's Kaiser. And he's a booger. Mimi is also a booger. This is Nala. Here, say hi, Nana. Say hi, darling. Say hi. Good girl. No, you can't bark. You make too much noise. And there's Noble. He went around behind. This room's pretty dark. And here's Bodie. He's taking a little siesta by the refrigerator. Noble went right in front. Did you not get your chance to say hi? Noble and Nala, I think I've told you this before. That one. I have a towel over there on the floor. It rained last night. It helps a little bit where they go inside and out. But anyway, Noble and Nala are litter mates. I thought I saw Aiden come in a minute ago. And their birthday is day after tomorrow. And they will be 10 years old. And then this is Bela. And Bela will be 10 years old in October. Alright. Well, come on, y'all. Oh, Bodie's up. Hey, darling. What you doing? Say hi for everybody. Can you say hi? Kaiser, hush. He's a booger. He says, I just want attention. Look at all the dog snot on my door, guys. And they broke that one. I'm trying to make some decisions about doggy gates instead of that door. But anyway, now just got home from the grocery store, haven't put everything away. But I want you to see something. I'm very excited about something. I've been cleaning out cabinets and all my canning stuff is getting ready to go downstairs, which I hope it's not too, well, it doesn't matter if it's humid down there because everything is going to have a nice tight lid on it. That's the reason it's sitting here waiting on me to find boxes that fit these lids, and I think they're all in the barn. But there's a painting I did. That's a print of a painting I did years and years ago. This room's too dark to really show it. But the original of this hung at the North Carolina Arboretum for, I don't know, about 3 or 4 years, I guess. But I don't remember the location where I took the photograph for that one. But the original size was actually 7 feet tall and about 3 feet high. Okay, now this is my studio. I think y'all know that. I hung Aiden's walk over here. That's a painting I did years ago. And I named it after Aiden because he loved the painting so much. He was about 7 years old when I painted that one. And then this painting, I don't remember the name of it. But anyway, I've reworked this room the best I can, moved things around, trying to get everything to fit, because this past week I finally bit the bullet and I went after my supplies. So yes, girls, I've got my fresh paints. I won't pull them out, but they're in these bags here. And I even have some new paintbrushes. Not the big fat ones right there, but the smaller ones you can see. They're new. And I have some turpenoid, and I got the gesso for my canvases. And I am ready to set to work. Oops. I've put my old paints aside because I'm going to use those on the barn paintings. All right, I'm taking my hat off, and I know my hair is a mess because it's sweaty. I'm really hot. Okay, but I'm going to do barn quilts that I'll probably sell those in the retail shop. I won't sell my original paintings. I'll probably put those back in a gallery somewhere. But might take, if it seems like it's not going to be too humid over there, I might take some of the matted prints that I have, because I have matted prints in like a 5x7, 8x10, and 11x14. And speaking of which, I'll give myself a little plug here. If any of y'all are interested in any of them, check out my Facebook page. It's I never pay attention to it, so I have to remember. Let me think. pH Best at Mountain Brushworks. No, it's Mountain Brushworks by pH Best. That's it. So you can go there and look at the paintings. I don't have all the paintings I've ever done because some of them did not get photographed, but it has a good selection of the paintings that I've done. And the ones that are traditional sizes, except for the little bitty ones, those I didn't have prints made up. But the ones that are traditional sizes, as in they're either square or rectangular shaped, most of those I've had photographs made, so I have them available as a print. And the inexpensive prints that I have are the 5x7, 8x10, 11x14. But hold on a minute. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, sorry, girls. This pollen's, it's a bad pollen here. But anyway, that's just a little plug. If y'all are like me, you're out of wall space. when you get to our age, you just don't have room to stick another thing on the wall. But if you are interested, then that's where you can look at, what did I say, Mountain Brushworks? No. Yes, Mountain Brushworks by pH Best. I'll have to double check that, and I'll pin that at the top. But anyway, I just was very excited about getting my paints and getting ready to start with the classes. It will be, I'm thinking, probably October before the classes start being released. This is my plan, because last time I got ahead of myself, and then my paints were bad, and I couldn't get it together. And I found out it was going to be really kind of hard to commit to painting twice a week. So instead, what I'm going to do is try to stay several months ahead. So I'm hoping that by October I will have 4 paintings completely finished and ready to start releasing. And this is the way I plan to do that. I'm assuming that a painting the size of that little one we were working on, you remember that little one we were working on, I'm assuming that will take me about 4 sessions to really take my time and teach. And so that'll be 4 1-hour videos, and I suspect that I'll release 2 of those a week. So it'll take 2 weeks to finish a full painting. And so if I have 4 paintings done and ready to start putting them on the YouTube twice a week, then I'll have 2 months worth. At that point, I think I can stay ahead of it, so that come next summer, we may be able to even continue through the summer if I can get enough painted ahead of time. And if not, we'll just have to take a little short sabbatical. It won't be a long one, but just a little short sabbatical. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to painting again. I'm looking forward to having y'all join me. Those of you that don't think you have the ability to paint, you got to at least try. I think so many people could be so surprised if they just understood how to combine their colors, how to create their shadows and their highlights. Painting is all about illusion. It's all about looking for the color, looking for where the color gets lighter and darker, and just learning to combine the colors and put on canvas the color that you're seeing. It's not complicated. It's just a matter of practice. So actually, I'm going to be practicing with y'all because I haven't painted in a number of years. So we'll be working together on this, and so it'll be fun. It will be fun. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base really quickly and say hi. I think it's been about 5 or 6 days since I talked to y'all, and it's just been a very, very, very busy whirlwind week. I took you to Tennessee about 3 days ago, I think, to look at what is the machine that cuts the hay, whatever that is, a hay cutter. I can't remember. But anyway, it ended up being not a machine that he wanted. So that was not a wasted trip because we had a really good day and we ate at Cracker Barrel. So, we do have a Cracker Barrel in Nashville, but there's something about eating at the Cracker Barrel in Tennessee. No, we weren't in Lebanon, and I think Lebanon is the first Cracker Barrel, but we were in Tennessee, and there's something just special. I guess from when I was a kid, driving back and forth to North Carolina to Michigan, North Carolina to Michigan, that was something we always looked forward to, is stopping in Tennessee because that's the only place there was Cracker Barrels at that point. So it was just so much fun to stop and eat at the Cracker Barrel. And now at this point in history, I love their Coca-Cola cake because it reminds me of a Coca-Cola cake that my mother made when I was a kid. And the difference was that the icing on my mom's Coca-Cola cake, it was kind of more solid, almost like a fudge, but it was gritty. The sugar wasn't melted, and it was kind of like a gritty fudge. It was just really good. And my sisters don't have it. I don't have it. We can't find a recipe. I think my mom just, it was in her mind, and we never thought to write it down before she left us. So I just get my Coca-Cola cake fix at the Cracker Barrel. But anyway, well, girls, I love y'all. I just wanted to touch base and say hi and just give you my news about my paints, and I'm so excited to get those started. And I have been listening to Lisa Ziegler. It's hard to sit down and actually watch them. I know I'll do that this winter, but I'm so excited about them. I just have to at least listen to them when I'm working, doing something different with whatever, planting seed or doing dishes. You know how it is. It's just nice to have a little background noise. My problem is my mind wanders and I forget what I was doing, and then I have to rewind it, and not rewind it, but push that little time signature and listen again because I've missed half of it. But I don't know that that's so much cognitive issues as it is just menopause. ADD. I know I have ADHD. I was diagnosed with that as an adult about 15 years ago. So I just have so many poor little brain warped things, but that's okay. I function. I kind of manage to toddle through the day and get to the other side of it. So it's all good. I do love y'all, and I hope that the rest of your week is wonderful. And I should see by the weekend, if I can slow that man of mine down for a few minutes, we might try to do a live. I know I've said that before, so I won't make any promises, but that would be fun. I'd like to touch base and just have a chance to chat with everyone. And so we'll set the camera up over there on the table and Hugh can sit in a chair and I'll sit in this chair, and we can just chat with y'all for a while. But anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.